Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to Paraphilosophy's videos. Today I'll be doing a multiplayer battle from Shogun 2. I actually had a horse spammer this time around. He looked like an okay guy until I saw his army. So for the moment let's just look at my army. I'm mostly Naginatas, my samurai Naginatas. Then I have some no-dachi for the charges and bonsai. I have some cav which is not too much, just two Yari cavs upgraded. One veteran light cavalry with no upgrades, one normal light cavalry. I chose them for this map specifically because I wasn't sure how many of the key buildings I would need to take, and so I chose a little bit more cav. I even chose the bow cav because I didn't want to get into a shootout match in the middle if, for example, there was a good key building in the middle. So I just chose the bow cav to have an ability to go around the enemy, shoot at him, while I kept my samurai bowman because of their whistling arrows ability. I also have the monk, the hero monk for the war cry ability, and a unit of long yari ashigaru in order to keep my general from any attacks from the enemy cavalry while I'm busy. And I also have this DLC unit cavalry from the Rise of the Samurai. So that was the infantry corps, which I placed in group 1. Then the cavalry, there are two groups of them each, and then of course the bow cav, which is all alone with the support of the Naginata cavalry. Now I strictly went for the shrine because that was the most useful key building on this map, and then I saw what the enemy had. Until I saw the banners with all those horse heads, I wasn't sure, but then I saw it and I saw they were all cavalry. A mix of katana and yari and some bow cav. Now I asked him, does he really need to spam? Because I first thought it was an okay guy, an okay player, but then I noticed that he has a cavalry spam. Of course, you don't really like to play against those players, neither do I, and I just proceeded to send my cav to a flank because I was pretty sure that my forces could hold with all those Naginatas and long yari ash. He right away went for my Naginata cavalry and my bow cav. I'm not sure why he split his forces like that when the horse spam works by attacking with as many units from as many directions. So that was the first inkling I had that he wasn't actually a real horse spammer, just a player who saw a real horse spammer do his thing and then tried to copy it. Now, I'm not going to tell you what makes a true horse spammer because some of you might then try to do it, but let's just say I know how it's done, but this isn't how it's done. So that is why I knew I was gonna win. I just sent my light cav into a conflict so they would take the charge and the brunt of his attack, well then I could take over with my yari cav. Now the light cav will run very fast, and I placed my archers here on this hill so they would be protected from his cavalry as long as possible, while I would be able to rain down arrows on him. Now I engage with my yari cavs, while on the far left you can see my Naginata cav from the DLC did hold on for a quite long time considering it was fighting 4 cavalry units. Now I put my long Yari Ash on my left flank to protect me against the cavalry blob, and that was another inkling that this wasn't a very good horse spammer because of how he used his cavalry. You can see I can even attack them. They are just right next to my infantry. I'm pulling back the no-dachi while letting the Naginata Samurai take the brunt of the cavalry. Now I haven't upgraded the Naginata Sams with bonus versus cavalry, but with their heavy armor, with their bonus versus cavalry already because of the Naginata weapon, they have no problem. You can see I used the Yari Ash in the wall formation, and they took the brunt from his cavalry, which is already tired. You can see 4 of his cavalry units are tired after just tangling with 1 of my cavalry units. Now I'm using the fire arrows and trying to protect my general's back. Now the bow cav, I saw that I wouldn't be able to use much of it because chasing down enemy bow units and then trying to shoot at them would practically take forever, so I just chose to use them in the melee mode and stop his cavalry from advancing. And you can see I blocked 4 of his units. I rained down whistling arrows on them. Their morale was low. I hit the general's rally button. That reduced their morale even more, and I almost routed 4 of his cavalry units without even damaging them that much. I let my Oboke go and chase after his units because he was already obviously just moving them without actually attacking, while I was reforming my infantry lines to try and protect the general from all sides because I really didn't want my general to get chased down and ran over by all that cavalry. Now I did foolishly chase after one of his bouquet with my Naginata samurai, but as you can see, my enemy is so bad at this cavalry spam that probably wasn't too bad of a deal. You can see that he went again lobbing 3 units against one of my no-dachi samurai. They are going to take a pounding, but they are reinforced by a Naginata sam, so there's no problem there. My bouquet actually held up his 3 units of cavalry for a very long time, and now I am going to try and shoot them a little bit with my samurai archers. You can see that he's backing off, probably seeing that he cannot penetrate the wall of spears from the long Yariash. And now I'm going into melee mode with the samurai archers, because there's no point in shooting that cavalry. The thing is, he was running uphill, which slowed down his cavalry and didn't allow him to charge my archers that much. You can see that they dropped like 7, now 17, 18, about 20 soldiers from the charge, but that was it, instead of losing like 50 considering they were charged by 3 cavalry units. And now he took the rest of his cavalry, which was before attacking my infantry. You see they're mostly tired, yellow, even some orange tiredness on his units to try and kill that one single unit of samurai archers, which are holding up nicely. They are only just now falling down to 50% strength, unit strength, while keeping busy his entire horse army, except those 3 units on the right, which kind of can't attack anything because I have too many Naginatas. And you can see my Naginatas have only slightly been damaged because neither can his bouquet do anything against them, nor can his charges do anything against them. Now he did dismount one of his units, but that's still not going to help because I simply just make a wall of Naginatas and Yariash, and I'm just waiting for him to attack right now. He is crossing the river, I'm just reinforcing this flank, while down there I'm secure with my long Yariash information. And you can see they aren't even tired, they were just standing there defending, and you can see his headlong charge right into the long Yariash wall. I chose the no-dachi to chase after his cav because the no-dachi were the fastest unit I had left available, and they could just try and catch a single cavalry unit, maybe kill a few, but they failed, so I bring them back into formation. Now I chose to attack with my monk hero to make him back off, which he did, but then he slammed another cavalry unit. I think that was even his general, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's his general. He slammed it into the Yariash wall. Now I left the stand and fight formation in order to do rally ability once more, and I hit the war cry. And you will notice, even though I used rally once, it did give the debuff on morale to the enemy units, but now the second time it does not, which is strange. I would expect it to give it twice. And mentioning morale, you can see that I've taken out the shine, so now my units are pretty much morale proof. I've got like 17 morale on some of them, so they're not going to break anytime soon. He can try to shoot me with arrows, that's not gonna help much. Like I said, so many Naginatas. The one of the no-dachi did get spent quite considerably, but all the Naginatas are still pretty much at top strength, so there's nothing else he can do. He can just maybe dismount, attack, shoot a bit from distance, but this is pretty much a one battle. So, like I said, it was a horse spammer in units, but not in tactics. He simply did not have the knowledge of how horse spamming works, and that is why he was defeated. So, case in point, if you don't know what you're doing, don't even bother with spamming units. It's just gonna lead to you losing. I mean, if I didn't have so many Naginatas and didn't have a hero, leadership general, maybe he could have done better against me, but still the map wasn't in his favor. I mean, it's full of hills, rivers, there isn't really much space for cavalry to charge. I didn't even understand why would you use horse spam on a map that doesn't even support cavalry maneuvers. So yeah, I told him it was a bad game and he shouldn't horse spam. And now you're going to notice another way that players that usually use cheeses like this also do something similar. Now let's just watch this last unit being routed. The long Yariash are still in the fight. They did drop down to half of their number, but they're still fighting. And you can see the horseman just going down, down. And now he's actually attempting to drop hack me because he was the host of this battle, so he could do it if he had the knowledge. But what turns out that even though he did try to drop hack me and he was the host, which gives you an ability to drop hack without losing the battle, he actually fails to do even that, and I actually get the win, which you will see in a few seconds. I just write to him that disconnecting on top of horse spam, but of course he'll never see the message because he's already left the screen. So a few seconds more and the game should end. You see you lost connection to the game because he tried to drop hack me, but what he didn't realize is that I got the victory because he obviously wasn't even familiar with how exactly drop hacking is done. He probably just tried something and it failed, and I got the victory. So you can see here which units did how many kills. I usually just use the kill number to see which of my units were effective, which were not. I can see that I failed with my light cav, they got killed, which I was expected, though my Yari cav didn't do much either. He did have a lot of katana cavalry, and those did get some good kills, but that was it. The rest of the cavalry just died against my Naginata Sams. So that's all, folks. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.